Are you feeling overwhelmed by the obstacles in your life? Like no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to get ahead? It might seem like you're stuck in a rut, unable to break free from the cycle of negativity and frustration. You're not alone in feeling this way. And the good news is, you don't have to stay stuck. Today, we're diving deep into some of the most common things people say, do, and the company they keep that might be keeping them from moving forward. If you've ever wondered how certain words, actions, and people in your life have been holding you back, then keep listening. The purpose of this discussion is to empower you, to help you identify what's holding you back, and offer you practical solutions that can turn things around. You will walk away knowing exactly what things to avoid saying, what actions to stop taking, and who you need to distance yourself from in order to create the life you deserve. It's not about changing everything at once, but it's about taking those first small steps toward a more positive, empowered future. So, let's dive in, because the power to change is in your hands. First, let's explore some of the most common phrases people say to themselves and others that often lead them down a path of self-doubt and defeat. Have you ever found yourself saying, "I can't do this," or maybe, "I'm not good enough"? These words may seem harmless, but they have the power to shape your self-perception and influence your behavior. When you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, you start to believe it. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You block opportunities before they even come your way. It's a form of mental self-sabotage, and it's one of the first things you need to stop. If you keep telling yourself that you're not enough, you're reinforcing your own limitations. Instead of focusing on your abilities, you focus on what you lack. The truth is, no one is perfect, and everyone has areas of growth. But constantly saying you're not good enough is like locking yourself in a cage and throwing away the key. You have to change the language you use with yourself. Replace "I can't" with "I will try" or "I am capable." Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm always improving." It's a small shift, but it makes a world of difference in how you view yourself and your potential. Changing your perspective on time is one of the most effective methods to bring about change in your life. Despite the fact that everyone talks about being busy, the phrase "I don't have time" is frequently used more as an excuse than as a reality. Like everyone else, you do have time. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. But how we choose to use those hours dictates our course. Think about where your time is going and take a step back. Are you squandering time on activities that don't advance your objectives? Are you preoccupied with unimportant things that won't affect your growth in the long run? Should you find yourself responding in the affirmative, it's time to create a shift. Do something rather than keep saying, "I don't have time." Make time for the things that are most important first. Examine your schedule and determine what you can eliminate. What should I put first? Learning to concentrate on the things that genuinely advance your career and personal development is the key to getting over the sense that you don't have enough time. You will feel more in control of your time. The more you eliminate distractions and concentrate on the appropriate tasks. Procrastination is the second major action that prevents success. It is a problem that nearly everyone faces at some point. Everyone has experienced the sensation of saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," just to have that day pass without anything getting done. More significantly, procrastination prevents you from achieving any outcomes and keeps you mired in a loop of inaction. However, starting small is the key to beating procrastination. Just concentrate on one small activity today. You don't have to complete everything at once. Don't stress about doing a project all at once if you're avoiding it. Simply begin by dividing the work into smaller, more doable chunks. The momentum required to begin can be generated simply by taking the initial step, such as compiling resources or creating a list. It's simpler to continue after you take that initial step, and before you know it, you are now making progress instead of putting things off. Another major obstacle that many people encounter is perfectionism. We get into the trap of believing that everything must be flawless before acting. The anxiety that something won't be good enough if it's not perfect is the root cause of perfectionism. The harsh reality is that there is no such thing as perfection. Even after endlessly refining something, you may still feel that it's lacking. Making progress, not perfection, is the important thing. Make the most of what you have and start where you are. Even with flaws, advancement is still progress. You must give yourself permission to begin imperfectly, but you will improve as you continue to work. Your success or failure is also greatly influenced by the people you choose to surround yourself with. Have you ever noticed how draining it can be around individuals who are always complaining, who don't believe in your dreams, or who are always negative? That's because you pick up their mentality. It is far more difficult to remain motivated and take action when you are constantly surrounded by negativity. You need to protect your energy. If there are people in your life who are consistently discouraging or making you feel bad about your goals, it's time to rethink those relationships. This doesn't mean cutting people out completely, but it does mean recognizing when it's time to distance yourself, at least for a while, from those who don't support or uplift you. Be in the company of individuals who believe in your potential, push you, and encourage you. When you begin to doubt yourself, the proper individuals may be a source of support, encouraging you to develop and reminding you of your worth. Assess your connections and choose carefully who you invite into your social circle. Verify that those around you share your values and aspirations. It's critical to safeguard your energy and make room for people who uplift you rather than those who pull you down. You'll notice a good change in your life as you start to make these changes, such as altering your perspective on time, dealing with procrastination, letting go of perfectionism, and cultivating the proper relationships. You'll feel more in charge of your behavior, more concentrated on the important things, and surrounded by supportive growth. These changes won't happen overnight, but they will happen if you commit to taking action and making progress every single day. The time to quit limiting yourself has come. Acknowledge the ability you possess to affect change. You already have the means to succeed. It is up to you to put them to use. Your situation and prior errors do not define you. Every day presents a fresh chance to advance. Remind yourself that procrastination is a hindrance, perfection is a myth, and negative influences simply sap your vitality. However, there are countless options if you understand that you have control over your time, your behavior, and the people in your life. Therefore, take the first step today and keep going. Your desired level of success is just around the corner. Now that we've addressed what to stop saying, stop doing, and who to avoid, it's time to focus on the solutions. Let's talk about the mindset shift you need to make in order to break free from these negative habits and patterns. The first shift you need to make is from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence are set in stone. If you fail at something, you think it's because you lack the necessary skills and abilities. Conversely, a growth mindset is the conviction that with hard work and persistence, you can learn, develop, and get better. Failure becomes a teaching moment rather than a lasting setback when one adopts a growth mentality. You must change your perspective from one of hurdles to one of opportunity in order to achieve this change. Don't ask yourself, "Why is this happening to me?" when you run into a roadblock. Instead, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can I develop as a result of this experience?" This shift in perspective can not only help you overcome obstacles but also open up new avenues for growth and success. Adopting a growth attitude is crucial, but so is taking deliberate, regular action. Wishing or waiting for the ideal timing will not lead to success. It results from daily improvement that is modest but consistent. Whether you're picking up new knowledge, moving closer to your objectives, or honing your abilities, persistent taking action is the key to creating the life you want. As a result, set small, achievable goals for yourself and celebrate each success as it happens. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Overcoming obstacles is a vital stage in the process, even though it's not always easy. Sometimes you'll doubt your skills, or things won't go as planned, or you'll face unexpected challenges. You must delve deeply and keep in mind why you began throughout these periods. Remind yourself of your advantages, remain dedicated to your goals, and recognize that every setback is only temporary. The important thing is to keep going, even if you're only taking tiny steps at a time. However, what occurs when you begin to experience success? How do you keep up that pace? The answer is straightforward: continue. Success is a journey rather than a single event. There's always more to strive for, even when you've accomplished one goal. Enjoy your victories, but avoid complacency. Never stop trying to get better and develop. Additionally, remember to look for yourself as you go, striking a balance between working hard and making time for rest. Self-care and reflection is crucial because burnout is a major risk if you're focused on achieving success. Keep in mind that personal development is a continuous process. No finish line exists. However, you will benefit more from investing in yourself. You're capable of so much more than you think, and your willingness to take action is the only thing preventing you from living the life you choose. So, today, take the first step. Although it won't be simple, the effort will be worthwhile. It's your time now. Breathe deeply and resolve to do one small thing today. Take the initial move, whether it's modifying the language you use with yourself, establishing a new objective, or separating yourself from harmful influences. You are capable, even though the route may not be simple. What about the prizes? Every step will be worthwhile. You have all you require for success. So, act right away. The world is waiting for you to be the finest version of yourself.